Hello and welcome to Storytime with Mr. Ryan. On August 30th, we celebrate the birthday of Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley, an author who you may recognize for her work Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus. Shelley was a feminist icon in her day, paving the way in the literary world for women. She became one of the founders and the mother of modern science fiction as well as modern horror, and her marriage to Percy B. Shelley ensured that his poems would be renowned and appreciated across the entire world. So today we read Little People, Big Dreams, Mary Shelley by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vegara with illustrations by Elena Brakesenkova. Let's hop on in. Baby Mary was the child of two writers, a famous feminist and a well-known philosopher. She was born in London at a time of great change and amazing inventions. But Mary's mother became ill after she was born. The doctors couldn't do anything, and she died when Mary was just 11 days old. A few years later, her father married their neighbor. When her new stepmother and children arrived at her house, Mary knew they would not get along. Mary had a secret retreat that she visited every day, her mother's grave at St. Pancras churchyard. There, she spent hours reading her mother's books and writing her own stories. At night, Mary would hide behind the sofa and listen to the many artists who visited her father. One of them was a married poet named Percy Bliss Shelley. To everyone's surprise, Mary and Percy fell in love and ran away from London. Only Claire, Mary's stepsister, stood by their side, traveling through Europe with them. Then they went to Switzerland, where they visited Lord Byron, a famous poet. It was a rainy summer, and to pass the time, Lord Byron challenged his guests to write a horror story. Around this time, scientists discovered that the brain uses electricity to move the body. Mary was fascinated with this and thought it could be a great subject to write about. For days, Mary busied herself with the story. One night, a terrifying image appeared in her dream, a creature made of old body parts. The next morning, Mary began to write Frankenstein, the story of a monster with yellow skin and watery eyes, brought to life with an electric shock. Mary's book became an instant success, but her name was kept secret for 5 years. Many people thought that such a terrifying story could only have been written by a man. Mary kept writing all her life, but Frankenstein remained her best novel and the greatest horror story ever written. It became a classic, retold over and over again. And still today, millions of readers feel a chill when they read Frankenstein, a story written by a fearless girl who became the mother of modern science fiction. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story and learning a little bit about this literary feminist icon. It's important to note that at many times, people were reluctant to read the works of female authors. And this is why people refuse to believe that the story could have possibly been written by a woman. But Mary Shelley, along with a selection of several other popular female authors in the 19th century, worked to ensure that women writers would go on to be appreciated and respected. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short little biographical story. I encourage you guys to check out some of my other stories on this channel, and if you're looking for fun activities you can do from home, be sure to check out veronalibrary.org/children. Until next time, I'll be seeing you. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.